friend, I welcome you to my channel Laser Graphics and Multimedia, and in today's video you are going to learn how to create simple web banner in Photoshop step-by-step tutorial. But before we dive into the tutorial, if you are very new to this channel, remember to click on the subscribe, turn on notification bell, so each time I post content about Photoshop you'll be notified. So with that being said, let's dive into the tutorial and see how you can create web banner in Photoshop. So let's begin. So the first thing you need to do is to come to the home tab right here, go to file, and make sure you click on new. Then at this point here, you have to come to the top right here and type in the name of your design. So at the top here, you have to type in web banner. Then you come to the width column. So under the width column, you have to type in 1339. Then you have to come to the height column. So for height column, you have to type in 346. Then you come to resolution, make sure your resolution is 300. Then you have to come to color right here, make sure you select RGB color. Finally, you have to come down below right here and make sure you click on create. Alright, the next thing you need to do is to go back to your toolbar right here. This time around, you have to click and hold down. Make sure you choose your rectangle shape. Having choose your rectangle shape, you have to come to the shape property from the home tab right here. Make sure shape is checked, and you can come to the color. Make sure you change the color, and then you have to come to the workspace right now and draw your rectangle. So having drawn your rectangle, you have to make sure you close this tab right here. So once you close this tab, you have to go to your move tool. Then from your move tool, you can adjust your shape. Next thing you want to do right here is to go to the home tab right here. You click on edit. From edit, you have to look for free transform right here. Then at the top right here, let's adjust the rectangle a little bit. Then at the top right here, you need to press Ctrl key down on your keyboard. So when you press Ctrl key down, then you make sure you take the shape to minus 20 degree. Okay, minus 21 degree. So once you make it to the minus 21 degree, then you have to come to the top right here. Click on this check mark to accept the free transform. So the next thing we want to do right here is to come to the layer panel right here. Right click on the layer panel. So at this point here, you have to look for duplicate layer. So we can make this one rectangle 2, and then you click on OK. Now you have to fall back to the rectangle 1 right here, and then come to the layer. Then double click on the layer thumbnail. Then you can change the color and then hit on OK. So what you want to do next is to go to your edit and then make sure you look for free transform. So alright, at this point here, you just have to drag it out a little bit. So you're going to have stuff like this. The next thing you need to do is to come to the angle right here and make sure you rotate. Once you're satisfied with the adjustment, you have to come to the top right here and make sure you click on this check mark to accept the transform. The next thing you want to do right here is to go back to layer panel right here and right click on the rectangle 1. Then you have to look for duplicate layer. So you can make this one rectangle 3 and click on OK. So what you want to do next is that you have to select the duplicate right here. Then you double click on the layer thumbnail. Then you have to change the color and hit on OK. Then you have to fall back to the rectangle 1 layer. Then you have to go to home tab right here, go to edit, and you look for free transform. So what you want to do here is to take this out a little bit. And then the next thing you need to do is to press Shift key and Hotkey on your keyboard and drag for more expansion. Then you have to come to the top right here and rotate. Then you give your shape a proper adjustment. Once you are satisfied with the adjustment, you have to come to the top right here and click on this confirm transform. So you are going to have stuff like this, okay? The next thing we want to do here is to locate this particular layer, and then we come to the layer panel right here. We make a new layer. Then having make a new layer, then we have to go to our toolbar right here. Then we click and hold down. We make sure we choose pen tools. Then having choose pen tools, you have to come to the property from the home tab right here. Make sure shape is checked. Then you can change the color to another color of your choice. Then you have to come to the bottom right here, and you make a part like this. Then you make sure you close your part right here. The next thing you need to do is to come down below right here. Then make a new layer again. Then you have to make another part from the top right here. Then you have to press shift. Then you have to press and make sure you close the part right here. Then the next thing you need to do is to go to the shape property. You can change the color right here. So you are going to have something like this. All right. So the next thing you need to do is to locate these two layers right here, layer 1 and 2, shape 1 and 2, and you have to press Ctrl key down and make sure you come down below right here and group them. Okay. So we can call this alternative shape. Okay, so the next thing we want to do right here is to come back to this layer. We'll right click on this layer, then we look for duplicate group, and we make this second, and then you have to click on OK. Then this duplicate one right here, we have to go to the edit from the home tab right here. We go to edit. From edit, we have to look for free transform. Then the next thing you need to do is to right click on it and make sure you choose flip vertical. Then having flip vertical, then you have to take it to the top right here. So once you're satisfied, you have to come to the top right here and make sure you click on this check mark. And the next thing we need to do is to work on the color. We can start from this particular shape right here. Then we come to the layer panel and double click on the layer thumbnail. All right, so at this point here, here's the color code I use for this part. So you can see the color code, and then I'm going to come to the top right here and click on OK. Then I have to select on this particular shape right here. We come back here and we double click on the layer thumbnail. Then here's the color code I use for this part. So you can see it right here. And you come to the top right here and make sure you click on OK. Then we have to select on this particular shape right here. Then we double click on the layer thumbnail. And we have to change this color also. And click on OK. Then we have to select on this. We double click on the layer thumbnail. Then we have to change the color from the point here and click on OK. Then we have to select on this. We double click on the layer thumbnail. Then we change the color to this. And we click on OK. Then we have to select on this. We double click on the layer thumbnail. Then we pick this color right here. And we hit on OK. So you can press Ctrl minus to zoom in. Then the next thing we need to do right here is to select on this particular layer right here. So once you select this particular layer, then we have to go to the home tab right here. We go to File. Then from File, we click on Place Embedded. So the next thing you want to do right here is to come to the image layer. Right click on the image layer and make sure you click on Create Clipping Mask. Then the next thing we need to do right here is to locate the background layer. Then after locate the background layer, we have to go to our toolbar. This time around, we need to click and hold down. Then we make sure we choose our rectangle. Then we draw a rectangle at the bottom right here. Then we have to come to the layer right here. We double click on the layer thumbnail. And we make sure we choose this color right here and we click on OK. So the next thing we need to do is to work on this these two shapes right here. We have to locate the layer right here, and then we just tap, and then this move closer. Then we have to go back to this layer again. We tap with our arrow key, then this also close the gap. Okay. Then we have to locate our image layer. Having located your image layer, then you have to come to blend mode right here. Select on the blend mode. This time around, we have to choose luminosity. Then once you choose luminosity, make sure you come to the opacity right here and make the opacity 90%. So once you're satisfied with the opacity, then you have to come to the image. Then the next thing you need to do is to add text and an icon to your banner. So for you to do that, you just have to locate your background layer right here. Okay.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?